What's up, guys? I create some. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about who is possibly the most sensitive catfish I've ever seen. So, Catfish UK, which is the new Catfish now, which is actually really great, hosted by Uber and Julie, which are the two guys. Pretty much, they're Neve and Max or Neve and Cammy. Uh, so on episode 5, I ever heard about this guy named Alex who was talking to this guy named Matt online. They were talking over a year. They occasionally talk on the phone. They text all the time. They talk about they were gonna get like matching tattoos because they wanted to get married and they're gonna use those and replace a rings or something like that.
Tattoos that you guys want to get, have you discussed what they are?
We're actually going to get our initials tattooed on our wedding ring finger.
So it's really serious. So he ends up, he ends up, going to, Matt ends up going to, not Matt, Axis going to, Julie and Uber to find more about Matt because he's wanting to talk for so long, and they never meet up. And even though Matt has a lot of followers, he had a lot of like followers on his video on his like page. He had very few likes. So
this guy has got a lot of followers, and for someone with so many followers, I mean, 7 likes on a picture is not great. Like, the interaction is pretty low.
So eventually, Julie and Uber got to investigate it, and spoiler, soccer. Oh my god, like Matt. While Matt is the real person, that is Matt Neville, the person using Matt's profile and pictures is not real. And they actually call a guy who was actually not only dating Matt, and they've been together for years, but they're actually engaged. And he tells him that, which I was like, okay, damn.
How long have you known Matt for?
Going on 13 years now.
Oh, so you're proper friends with Matt then?
A bit more than that.
Oh, are you? Sorry, what do you mean a bit more than that?
We're actually fiancés.
So then, so then they end up bringing Matt to meet them, and Matt's like, "Hey, dude, I never talked to you." I think he said like he maybe knows him, or he maybe knows Alex on social media, but they've never really talked. He doesn't really know him.
Through Instagram, I think one of us liked his picture or followed each other, but that's about as far as it goes.
And that obviously he's not the person that Alex has been talking to. So eventually, at that point, they just decide to call the person Alex been talking to. When they call, of course, I think it was Uber or Julie. They answer. They're like, "Hey, we know you're the real person, but Alex really wants to meet you because y'all been talking for so long. Like I said, it's been a year, and he really wants to meet you." And the person, like in this like demanding tone, says, "Fine, but I'll pick the time and place for me. You're doing this on my time, not yours." So I was like, all right, big fish coming.
Yes, I will meet you, but this is on my terms. I'll decide the place.
All right. All right, Becky with the good ear over here. I was like, all right, calm down. But the way they came forward, I was like, all right, that's a weird way to say when you say you've been talking and feeling this person for a year. You're like, we're going to do this on my time, not your time, when we've been doing this on your time the entire time. Like, this entire access has been doing on your time, the entire relationship was y'all been talking, So that was like super weird. And I was just like, okay, something funny is going on. I was like, it doesn't make sense. So eventually they go out to this place to meet, like this like quiet little like rock grassy area. And they get there, this woman just shows up, and I was like, "Oh damn, it's a woman." And I was like, "Oh, maybe because even though she liked him, but he was gay, that's why she used like another gay guy to talk to him." That's what I was thinking when Jess showed up. She had like on this black lipstick, and I was like, at first I was like, "Okay, first you need to take that shit off, and second I guess she's gonna go off." But she showed up, and I was expecting, like I said before, like her to be like, "Oh, I loved you, but because you're gay, I knew you never be together, but I still want to be close to you. So I used like a gay phone. I took a hot gay guy's like photos, stuff like that, But instead, she comes off mad and like matistic and like vicious as hell. Like, what's it, maleficent? Not Maleficent, Maleficent. Just came off really mad, and she was like, "Yeah, I did that, and you deserved it." And I was like, "Wait, what?" And she even said like, "You don't remember me?" And he was like, "No, I remember you." And she goes on to say like how this was all a lesson and how she was teaching him for what he did. And he's like, "What the fuck? What do you mean what I did?" So apparently, like I think it was like apparently like a year ago, they were in some club, right? They were in the same club or something. And I guess like They were at the, they were in there was this party going on. They're both there, and she overheard Matt with his friends call her boring.
Feels like shit, doesn't it?
What feels like shit?
So, like, when you go slagging people off and saying they're really boring,
Who slagged who off, like?
if you slagged me off,
what? Has this happened at this party?
I was standing there and you stood behind me. I was by myself, and you was like, "Oh my gosh, you're so boring." Just stood there. Who goes to a party by themselves?
And this just sent her off the fucking rails. Like she just lost her goddamn shit. Like she was like, "This, you call me boy, nigga?" No, like, and she just snapped. So she found him, you know, online, found his profile, went searching for this dude, then proceeded to take another person's, you know, photos online and use them to catfish this dude that had been doing it for a year. And when I heard that, I lost my mind. I was like, a whole year? Because he called you boring? I was like, really? Like, I was absolutely flabbergasted. I was like, I can't believe I was like bamboozled. I was like, you're telling me that this bitch excuse my language, but you're telling me this bitch spent an entire year catfishing this dude. They were texting each other all the time. They even talked to the phone, which she actually used a voice app changer to do. You know, she did all this for an entire year just because he called her boring in a party. A party he doesn't remember because he was probably fucking wasted along with his friends. And I'm just sitting here like, this sensitive ass bitch. Like, this sensitive ass, like, are you serious? Because he called you boring. I mean, I've seen a lot of catfish, like catfish. I watched the services that came out. I watched the original movie. I've seen a lot of catfish do a lot of things, do catfish and a lot of things to do catfish. You know, whether it be cheating or I'm getting this person back because they did this to me, or they sucked my boyfriend or something like that, or we were friends, but you know I didn't want to scare you because I wanted to be more like, you know, stuff like that. But because somebody called you boring in a party, you decide to mess with him for an entire year. When I heard that, I was like, bitch, you must be boring. Your life must suck for you to spend an entire year doing this over one word. And she was like, this is what you get. This is a lesson. You shouldn't say mean things. I guess call people mean words and be a big old bully bitch and stuff like that. Like she was saying all this stuff. I was like,
To make a Matt for me and make me fall in love with someone that wasn't even real?
Yeah, teach you a lesson.
What lesson? What lesson are you actually talking about right now?
Like, you don't go slagging off people.
I don't remember slagging you off about anything at all.
That's not my
I
problem.
don't know what you're
remember.
talking about.
And how you're...
Yo, this is like...
tell you crazy. I was like, what are you talking about? Say all this stuff. Like, no, I'm sorry, no. Like, no, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. So him calling you boring is justified to mess with this man for the entire fucking year. The entire year. She had nothing else better to do. An entire year to mess with him just because he called it boring in the club. Like I said, dude was probably wasted. How you even 100% he was even talking to you? You know, it was like, I was just like, wow, bro. Like, truly the most sensitive person ever. Like, a Karen to the 1000%. Because her feelings were big hurt. She's like, you know, I've been hurt and judged so many times out of my life. And you were just a breaking point, mister. You broke it. You went past the line. So I had to correct you. And I was like, this bitch has lost her goddamn marbles. I was like, what? It's still flagrant. It's still just jars my head just thinking about the fact that she did that for an entire year. An entire year, bro. An entire year. An entire year. She messed with this man simply because he called her boring one time. Like, it was just flabbergasting. And she was trying to come off like she was all justified and she was a super good person for doing this. And it's like, oh, you deserve it, you bad man. And Julie was having none of shit. She was like, no, what you did to him is nothing compared to what you did, what he did to you, or what he said, or you claim that he said.
And now he feels like how I felt then.
You've just manipulated him for a year.
I did, yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Like, him calling you boring one time in that club does not justify you tracking him online, taking some other gay dude's photos who was already married and engaged, which that could have messed up their relationship, you know. If like he found out, if he thought his husband had been, his fiance had been talking to some guy, which he really wasn't, and saying all these things, how they want to get married, tattoos and stuff like that, that could ruin their relationship. And use them to catfish this guy for an entire year. Use a voice changing app when they talk to the phone. I was like, she put so much time and effort into this, and all because of one word. I was like, no, bro, no. Like, I understand people go through things, but no, come on, no. I was like, that is way too much. That is way too extra. You are 1,000%. You are sipping lean hard as shit. Like, come on, bro. And when I saw her, I was like, she must be a drug addict. So like, she must be looking for another fix. I was like, because there's no way, in God, this is true. There's no way that this is really happening. There's no way that she really did this all because of one word. Like, it'd be different. Maybe they got into a fight at the club or something like that, or maybe she confronted him. But no, she said it was just one word. And I was sitting there like, you have to be crazy. You would have to be crazy to do this. You would have to be crazy. You just have to be completely. I mean, she said it was like her breaking point. I guess it was, but like, you have to be on the edge of your mind to be able to justify and say this is okay. You know, they spend this much time to twist this person's feelings around for an entire year just because of one thing he said at the club. Like, again, he was probably wasted and doesn't even remember. And it's like, how you know, like, it was just crazy to me. And it's still crazy now to think about it. It's like, at the end, like, she apologized and everything like that. She said, oh, I took it too far and out of control. I'm like, no, like, that doesn't solve what you did. Like, you really did that because he called you boring. Like I said, the most caringest thing ever. Like, are you crazy? Or like there's no way I can look at that and be like, I mean, well, you know, I mean, we all have bad days. No, like, no, I can't. There's no way I can condone something like that. Like, you played with this man's feelings for an entire year. You're not even gay. You're not even a guy. You know, so it's like, why do this? Like, why do this? All because he said one name with you. You know how many times people call each other's names in the club and stuff like that? You're in a club. You're partying. You're drunk. You're with your friends. You know, people say things. Like I said, I know 100% he was talking to you. Did you turn around, confront, and ask him? No. It's even saying, no, I'm not good with people. I'm good with computers. So that's why she decided, instead of confronting him right then and there, what he said, she went online and catfished them and did all this and that.
A reason why you felt like you had to create a profile, why you couldn't just go and speak to him face to face.
I get on better with computers. I just find they're easier to navigate than people. So I figured this was the way. This suited me better.
And again, I like just the length, the entire year, like maybe like for a few days, a month, a week, or something like that. Like an entire year though, like no, that's way too much time and way too much effort into something that's, to me, just foolhardy and doesn't make sense. Like, no, like, you were completely off the rails. You wanted to do this to somebody, regardless of who it was. You were just looking for an excuse to just hurt somebody and just to make them feel pain, make them feel like you were, which is probably miserable, you know. And that's what you were just looking for. You were looking for an excuse, and you just happen to use the most just barest one possible, like this random guy in the club that you don't even know called you boring. So you decide to track him down and do all this and that, and I'm just sitting there like, she must be high. Like, she must be on crack. That's why I saw that black girl lip. I said, no, that's cigarette ass. I was like, come on. Like, she's smoking like 30 packs a day. Because, like, how else would you get here in your mind? Like, how else would you go from, like, wrestling and, like, okay, some dude said something in the club, big deal, whatever, to, like, no, I'm going to fuck with him for an entire year. It's two completely different things to me. It's two completely different things. It's two completely different mindsets. So yeah, I just had to talk about this. I just felt it was so crazy. Like I said, catfishing somebody for an entire year, you know, spending all this time talking to them. They said they talk constantly for hours daily, you know, stuff like that, talk on the phone, use a voice, like all this extra stuff. It just like it blows me, and I just had to talk about it because I when I was watching it, my brain couldn't process why she was doing it. And when she gave the reason why, I was like, this has to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. And I was like I said, I've seen every episode of Catfish. I've seen Catfish do things for stupid reasons and mean reasons and cruel reasons. This was just idiotic. It was insanity. It was, I don't even know what it was. It's just like there's really no way to give this a proper like description of what this was. Like I said, it's just pure insanity. Cause like I was like, who does this? Like who does this for a year? I mean, a year because he said boring? Bitch, you are boring. If you got time to spend an entire year to do that shit, your life must be boring. You must have nothing going on. You know, she's like, my rage was out of control, you know. I crossed the line. I said, bitch, there wasn't a line there for you. You just went. There wasn't a starting, there wasn't a goal, there wasn't a gunfire, there wasn't a flag wave. You just fucking went. And just completely made a just ginormous mess out of it. Like just sitting there trying to think and trying to process that. I'm just like, damn, this shit is crazy. Like, again, truly the most sensitive catfish ever. Like, I've never one of the most sensitive people I've ever seen. Like, I've never heard somebody do all that just because they said one word. I've had people say mean to me throughout my life. You know, you argue with people and stuff like that. You know, I've heard people call me boring and stupid and this and that. You know, but like, I would never like put that much time and effort into something to mess with this person just because, you know, they said this one word to me in the club where everybody was probably wasted and they probably know what was going on. Like, you know, and maybe, like I said, maybe she did look boring, bitch. Maybe she should be looking boring. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, come on. Like, but you were doing too much. So like again, like, for me, it's what she did and just the length of that she did. The entire year, you had nothing better to do but mess up for 365 days, bitch. You had nothing else better to do for 365 days besides mess with this man because he said one word to you? Like, come on. Like, it was absolutely crazy. To me, like, the most craziest catfish ever, solely just because of her reason for catfishing. The sole reason. Like, it blows me in the most, like, crazy way. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. What did you guys think? What were your opinions on the episode? Were you guys like me, like, oh my god, this thing is crazy? Like, let me know your thoughts down below. Like I said, it just blew my mind to have to talk about it. But if you enjoyed Mr. Women, subscribe and share, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure to follow me on my social media. The link down below in the description. And yeah, let me know what other episodes you want me to talk about, Catfish or any other show. Are there any other shows with super like sensitive characters or people? Please let me know down below, and I will love to cover them. But as I crack them out, peace.